Hello everyone, Richter here and welcome back to another Torchlight Infinite video. Today I'm going to be talking about the build I've been playing, which is Moto 1, Order Calling Moto.
Don't worry.
Just recently killed T7 Traveler, so kind of, yep, third clear, not the first. But I think Chungos did it very early in the morning for me, so maybe he woke up very early or didn't sleep. But you know, he's the Moto 1 GOAT, so it is to be expected. This guy did it a couple of hours ago with spiders. And now I'm gonna show you my setup. So we're blasting T7 maps. T7 ones are comfortable, but it's not very, the scaling hasn't been too easy. It's just the usual thing with order calling Moto. You pay the price for instant automation with a worse character overall. Now, I've died 31 times, but it's mostly to league mechanic. I haven't really died too much to like normal monsters or bosses. It's just that in general, the league mech monsters, especially the like rare packs, are very reapy, and that Nightmare Cerberus is also very reapy. But other than that, I've gone out of my way to stack an okay amount of armor, get some DR through Alloy Covenant, and not be too squishy. I also brought mostly defense on the Steel Vanguard tree. And for mapping, I run Preserver of Eternity. But I'm still doing like the purple minion pet at this point.
Just
Let's finish this map clear and I'll show you. So the first thing that I want to mention is something that changed this league, which wasn't really the case in the previous league, and it's that the ailments got changed the way they scale. They now are completely separate from the skill application. They just scale off base ailment damage, and they added like I would say quite an insane amount of base ailment damage to weapons, especially 200 weapons. So as you can see, this is 660 to 1540 base ailment damage. And if you think about it, you have 285 physical DPS on the weapon, but you have then this ailment left over. So trauma lasts 4 seconds. So if we average that out, is 660 plus 540 divided by 2. That is... I did it wrong. Is 1100 base damage, and you have to divide that by second. That's 275 damage per second, which, if you think about it, is double what the weapon has. That's double the damage of the weapon. It's a little bit less than that, right? Because this is 285 with the attack speed and the physical damage. Now, for the minions, it's a little bit different, but you know, the base damage of the weapon is 190, and this adding 275 damage per second. So in 4 seconds is 1000 damage. That and the fact that we can get a massive amount of affliction effect, and we can combine that with the other affliction effect, which is Cataclysm, and that turns out to be the way I managed to scale the damage easily during the parts of the early game. So that is why that's there. So let's go over like quickly over the characters. So in God of Machines, they added these points This is something else I want to talk about. It says gain hasten when minions land a critical strike. The wording tells you that you, the player, will gain the buff, but it's actually the minions. Same thing with attack aggression. The minions gain the buff, not you. You will see that my minions are dealing lots of crits,
Intensity.
but I'm not getting either hasten or attack aggression. And when I switched off these points, I gained some decent amount of damage. So that tells me that that is the case. I may be mistaken, but I do feel like this is the way this is working right now. Of course, because we're doing like the whole trauma thing, we're doing ice arms instead of mighty guard, and orders pretty typical. Now the other thing here is rally is being used in exchange for boss. That will be that'll be explained when I get to the gearing part. And here, just the usual grabbing some. I grabbed the life here, life and regen to not be completely glass cannon. And for that element setup, you really want to grab this here. So this is 36 plus 72. That is 98% chance to inflict elements. So pretty much 100%. And some then base element damage here, which is not too huge, but is good for one of the supports that we're using. And then plus one here. Not worrying too much about command at the moment. Leech is completely necessary for the way I'm building the character, and especially these 2 points, skill effect duration and the cooldown recovery. This one is always very good because this not only affects your active skills, it affects your passive skills. So basically, it's a multiplier that trickles down to everything your character is building in terms of skills. And some crit damage, some minion attack and cast speed. The skill cost was useful early on, but at this point, you might as well just grab more crit or more. Even the attributes would be a good idea to grab. And finally, Steel Vanguard, pretty standard. I'm grabbing some life here. I'm grabbing elemental resistance, no erosion. It's not a huge deal in the very early parts of the game. Then less elemental damage taken, compared physical to elemental damage, and then damage applied to life, and some aura effects. Very standard. For the slates, I'm going for whatever I could grab. This one I dropped, so I just equipped it. This one has 12% increased damage. I'm always like casting my ability because I'm doing low life minion, so this bonus is pretty much 100% of the time. And the rolls are not the best. And for the element setup, one thing that we're benefiting from here is this one. Inflict damage, 50% hit damage for every type of ailment the enemy has when minions do that, and same thing for the minions. So this is, right now we're inflicting 4 ailments, so that is 60% increased damage, and we have 2 of these. Let's go over the gear. So in the gearing, we're doing rare armor with this triple false god with some life, Cry of Divinity, Lucky Corrosion, or ring, very standard, very good early item. You pay for the additional damage taken a little bit, but that's why I'm wearing Alloy Covenant, which basically makes it so it's a net -2, but this can go up to 10%, which will leave you to like 2% increased damage taken if you get like a -8 Alloy Covenant. I don't think it's the worst. I think it's manageable, especially if you have built it the way I did. Then here's the weapon. So what we're focusing here is the important bit is having a reap, having the base trauma, and having the affliction effect. Now, mechanically, I'm not 100% sure if like this reap cooldown is per minion, if each individual minion can apply their own reap, or the target is always only being reaped every 1 second regardless on how many minions are hitting them. But this affliction effect, physical damage, and the strength pair very well on increasing the overall damage of the character and the skill. I'm not sure if the bonus to strength is applying to the ailment damage that the minions are dealing. I'm not 100% sure how that is working at the moment. And Okay, so Spirit Ring, level 82, some armor, life, minion damage, minion crit damage, and resistances. Boots with as much movement speed as I can afford to get. Life armor, same thing. Alloy Covenant, minions leech to you, so it helps a ton with having sustain, and it gives elemental resistance. It's a very, very good early item. And this is one of the items that got buffed this season, the Endless Fortress. It was buffed and nerfed at the same time because it didn't have this negative. I don't know why they felt the need to add this here. It used to be like positive 4 attack block and like 4 resistance. I would be happy if like the +4 was just removed, but instead they gave us this to, you know, screw up with the character a little bit. But what we're having here is 30 to 40% additional damage when minions are on low life, and +2 synthetic troops. Now that is why I'm using Rally instead of Boss, because I don't need the +1 here, and also that's why I don't need to use Maniacal Army. So I think it's fair. Arcane is very good. It's 20%, 25% additional max life, so that's why I have like 3.6k HP. And the energy shield, which is kind of wasted, but you know, it's there, it's whatever, the way the item is built. Memories only have this level 30 memory, which serves to increase the overload duration and allow me to keep the minions alive for a little bit longer. And you know, as you get more of these, the damage becomes way better. Now, for skills, doing Cataclysm for the Affliction effect, and this is the only source of Affliction that I have right now. The other source could be like Precise Deep Pain, which applies erosion every second to the enemies. Recklessness is the way I'm spending the minion life for them to start being in low life. Quick decision for more attack speed. And element termination. So this is the moment 9.1. It reduces the element duration, but it's not a huge deal. 9.1 times 4 is 36.4 damage multiplier, which is the second best behind crit damage. I think it's the same as crit damage at 4 elements. At 5 elements, it will overtake crit damage. And, you know, Steamroll cannot be beaten is 43% melee damage and 43% ailment damage for the support skill. So this is actually increases the damage of trauma. Now, life source for recovery, link for mobility, dark gate, pre-standard. Not for the command and the command return. The command is very nothing here. It's just to activate this to get the effect of the home ring. But arguably, one better option here will be Machine Army. Machine Army will probably give more damage, but you need more cooldown and skill effect duration. Then vulnerability instead of Timid, because Timid only applies to the hit damage, and we actually want to amplify the damage of trauma, which is physical damage. So that's why vulnerability is here. Then the Rock Magus is fulfilling 2 purposes here, is making me take less hit damage, and also is adding a little bit of damage, not to be is a non-zero amount of damage that is being added to the by the Rock Magus. Let me show you. They're also physical damage by default, so I summoned the minion. What I wanted to do. Okay.
Please select the calibration intensity for...
No machine guards, just Rock Magus. Casting this to give them overload.
Alrighty.
So, you know, their damage will kill like white mobs and annoy the other monsters a little bit while the machine guards are doing the heavy lifting, but it's something. Ideally, you have enough like reservation to use like Fearless or Cruelty, but it is what it is. Weapon Amp, because it increases physical damage, so this I know 100% sure it applies to the trauma, and I think Radical Order does apply to the trauma inflicted by minions as well, and swiftness for mobility. Yep, that is. Oh, and in the traits, because I'm doing the body armor, the endless horses, you have to go last stand. Go for broke doesn't make sense here because once they reach low life, they will not recover enough HP to constantly have this 5% life lost. So at the moment, go for broke will not work, but charge forward is the only other option here. Veteran is you cannot really go all in, and I don't think all in is that good unless you go like you kill your minions for some reason, and then you can use this. But I don't think anyone plays this character that way. So just the overload duration and the extra attack and cast speed is very nice, and this will be good to have at like level 2. It's like it's 7% additional damage once they reach like full low life, but at the moment it's 35%. It's pretty good. Yep. So that is that was my league starter. It wasn't the worst, but of course, when you compare it to like the clear times of others, let's look at other characters. So Anger has 4, not too many. Seething has this many. Nobody's playing Ranger of Glory for good reason. Is terrible. C2 a little bit fell behind, but I don't think it's that bad. There's a lot of war. There's a lot of hype behind this character. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Erika is one of the best characters in the game and has one of the best guys in the form of Legolas. Erika too fell behind a little bit. This is the new character, so it's to be expected. And Fog1 is playing this one. We got Bing 1. Bing 1, it's pretty decent with I think it's still the Hammer of Ash build. Yeah, Hammer of Ash. Then Bing 2 received some nerfs, but at the same time, Spellburst was buffed, so he shouldn't have much trouble with anything. Then Flame Gemma doing well as well. Frostbeaten seems to be one of the strongest characters in the game at the moment. Look at how many it has, even in NA, which is a not so competitive zone. Then Icefire Fusion doing not too bad. Oracle Thea, one of the worst characters, but she has a very bad early game. I don't think she's that bad once you can actually put her pieces together, but you can say that from pretty much every other character, probably. Nothing from this Thea. This Thea is actually completely horrible early on, but she had the armor stacking build, which is very good. TF3 is like she wasn't even nerfed at all. Still one of the best characters in the game. Then Yoga 1 got buffed. I was considering starting this guy, but I'm glad I didn't because I'm not the fastest player, so I probably had missed the top 10 clears. Then Elapsed Yoga also buffed. And then you get to Church Calling. Church Calling already has quite a bit of clears here. Rosa 1, Rosa 2, of course, is still very, very good. Then Iris 1. Iris 1 doing quite well. Very, very good compared to Moto 1, let's say. And then Iris 2 is still very, very strong. Then Selena, which is one of the meta starting characters, but pretty much nothing after that. So that is the build. Let me know what you think. I'll do another video today or tomorrow about the link mechanic. I've been experimenting with it a little bit, and it's quite complex, but it seems to be decently rewarding. There is a boss monster that spawns in the map and may also spawn within the league mechanic fight. if you get that boss monster, they will always drop a ton of loot. It's very, very good. So, but more about that later on. If you made it to the end of this video and you think you found out something useful, please make sure to subscribe. I want to make it to 10k, to 1k. I wish 10k, 1k subscribers this year for sure. So I'll appreciate the subscription, and leave the comment. What would you like to see? If you would like to see me push this character to the end, or reroll into something interesting, do let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye bye.